Welcome back to another edition of Here's What. I unfortunately haven't been on in the past couple of weeks due to being sick, but I am back to normal, and we are going to get right into what has been happening over the past few weeks in the world of WWE, which of course has always been a lot. There's never a dull moment when it comes to WWE. So we had The Undertaker, probably the biggest moment we've had in the past couple of weeks, appearing on Raw, announcing that he is going to be entering the Royal Rumble. We already have The Undertaker, Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, the four of them, the biggest, and I use that term quite literally, men we have in the business, so hopefully they will all meet at one point, because that is going to be, for lack of a better term, colossal. I know, I really can't think of another word, but I know everybody wants to see the four of them square up. We also have Chris Jericho winning the United States Championship. He won it in a Chris Jericho way, pretty much, in a handicap match teaming with his BFF, Kevin Owens, against Roman Reigns. Obviously, Roman wants to be champion, but I think now he can focus completely on facing, not Chris Jericho, he can focus on facing Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble. Also at the Royal Rumble, we have Charlotte going against Bayley. Bayley won the number one contendership a couple of weeks ago. Now, last week on Raw, Charlotte attempted to embarrass Bayley by basically showing the world what we already knew about Bayley, is that she was a huge, huge fan growing up. And Bayley, used to write poems and everything. And I don't know what Charlotte thought she was going to accomplish, because Bayley has always been upfront about her lifelong passion for the WWE. And that's why she's here, and that's why everybody loves her. So this was not a good move on Charlotte's part, in my opinion, because it's only going to fuel Bayley more and she's going to work harder to dethrone Charlotte's undefeated streak at pay-per-views. And finally, Seth Rollins wants Triple H. We all know that. He's been calling him out lately on social media. Triple H has not shown up on Raw. We don't know if he's going to be at the Rumble or not. But come hell or high water, Seth Rollins is going to get his hands on Triple H, and I cannot wait to see that. I hope to see them square up at WrestleMania, because that, again, to me, is another dream match that everybody wants to see. Now we're going to head on over to SmackDown, because SmackDown has been beating Raw in the ratings lately, and I can see why. SmackDown has been on top of their game. Shane McMahon announced the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view coming up in February, where AJ Styles is going to be defending, or actually, AJ or John Cena, because AJ will be facing John Cena at the Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship. So either AJ Styles or John Cena will be defending that title in an Elimination Chamber. We do not know who is going to be in that match. I'd like to imagine Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan are going to have some kind of qualifying matches, because they want people to be able to earn their spot. So we're going to have to wait and see about that. Now, speaking of earning their spots, Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss earned the right to main event SmackDown. I believe this is the first time two women have main evented SmackDown. Actually, I think I'm wrong. I think that was Lita and Stephanie McMahon. Nonetheless, this is a rarity in WWE. I hope to see more of this. This, however, was not the first time, but the second time in history that two women have fought in a steel cage match. The first time, again, being Lita versus Molly Holly on Raw in, I believe, 2004. So this was a historic match nonetheless, and it was for the SmackDown Women's Championship. This way, this way, Alexa Bliss would have to win on her own merit. Not exactly. Well, Luchadora, who has been interfering in her matches as of late, got involved, costing Becky ultimately the title. Now afterwards, Becky got her hands on Luchadora and Alexa Bliss, unmasked La Luchadora, who turned out to be Mickie James. No idea what that is about. Why Mickie James is working with Alexa Bliss. Does she have something against Becky Lynch? We don't know. I hope to find out this week, because that was surprising. But kudos to Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch for their steel cage match. So proud of them. The women's division has just gotten stronger and stronger over the past year. I cannot wait to see where it goes in 2017, but we are already off to a great start. Finally, on SmackDown, there's been a lot of distension lately in the Wyatt family, especially once after they lost their tag team titles to American Alpha. Randy Orton, not very happy, got in a little altercation with Luke Harper. I don't know if Bray Wyatt can keep everything together. Again, we're going to have to wait and see. SmackDown really has been keeping people on the edge of their seats lately. I've really been enjoying SmackDown. We are now going to head on over to NXT, where we're building up for NXT TakeOver San Antonio, sorry. I have to think. There's been a lot of NXT TakeOvers, which is this Saturday right before the Royal Rumble. Now, one of the top matches we have is a Fatal 4-Way for Asuka's Women's Championship, which she has held since April of last year. She is officially recognized as the longest reigning women's champion in NXT history. This match, however, may be where she loses. She has extremely tough competition with Nikki Cross, Peyton Royce, and Billie Kay. Now, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce are obviously best friends, and they've been working together, so are they going to work together in this match? I don't know. Obviously, only one person can win the title. This isn't going to be like a Lay Cole, Michelle McCool, Layla L moment where they're going to split the title. It can only be one of them. We're going to have to wait and see. That is going to be another fantastic matchup. They are the top 4 women, really, along with Ember Moon, in my opinion, down in NXT. We also have the tag team titles on the line with DIY versus Authors of Pain. I think a lot of people are going to assume that Authors of Pain are going to win that because they're obviously bigger than Johnny and Tommaso, but if anybody can prove them wrong, it is DIY. They have been at the top of their game. They are not going to let go of those titles very easily. And the main event of the night is Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bobby Roode for the NXT Championship. I cannot say enough about NXT. Who doesn't love NXT? That match deserves to be at the top, at the main event. They never put on a bad card. I don't think I've ever seen a bad NXT takeover. Again, always looking forward to seeing what the NXT talent has to bring, but we all know they always bring their A game. Now, 205 Live has been on for a couple of weeks, and it's been pretty crazy the past couple of weeks. We had not Adrian Neville, sorry. He is now just Neville. Returning, basically saying he is the king of the cruiserweights. He created this. He wants his due attention. He is going to face Rich Swann for the championship. But he's been pretty much taking out anybody in his path. And I can't say he's wrong. I mean, I don't think he's going about it the right way, but Neville's going to do what he wants. Hopefully it's going to get him the title at some point. Obviously he wants that, so we're going to have to wait and see. And I don't know if I want to see any more of this Cedric Alexander, Alicia Fox, Noam Dar situation. It's very strange. Cedric broke up with Alicia. She's making out with Noam Dar, but now she's interfering in matches. I have no idea what is happening. She needs to make up her mind. She's insane. Other than that, I have no words for what is going on with them. Now, we crowned a United Kingdom champion, the first ever United Kingdom champion in Tyler Bates. 19 years old. The boy is younger than me. Congratulations. He is who you need to be watching. Now, this happened over 2 nights. The kid, I want to call him a kid, he's a baby, has proven that he has what it takes. Don't know where he's going to end up. I'm assuming he's going to be on NXT in the near future. Again, I do not know. But you need to be watching out for him. Finally, speaking of NXT, who's next? Who you need to be signing? I'm always for signing more women. Please sign Kelly Klein. If you don't know her work, just go on YouTube, watch her matches. She is one of the top Ring of Honor women of Honor, sorry. She'd be a great addition to NXT, SmackDown, Raw. It doesn't matter. She has what it takes. I mean, Ring of Honor. If you're in Ring of Honor, you're pretty much at the top of your game because Ring of Honor is the cream of the crop. That is all I have for this week. I will see you next Sunday. Before the Royal Rumble, we will be having another edition of Here's What.